We're just going to get the shot of this RFS plane landing and make sure everything's okay. And touchdown. That's about as good as you could expect, I would have thought. So just recapping what's just happened, that's the breaking news that a New South Wales RFS aircraft has just completed its first test flight. It's all part of ongoing trials that are taking place at the new Western Sydney International Airport that will open up in total in the second half of next year. So there's a lot of time to go before it runs in a commercial capacity. So what's going on now is you've got all these tests that are taking place to make sure everything is okay. So there's already been a landing. There was a small light aircraft, a Piper PA-30 twin Comanche that has already landed this month. And the job of that was to test the airport's ground lighting system. And apparently that was all good. So the point of this one, and I'll bring in Julia Bradley because she watched this all unfold and is still unfolding. What was the point of this test, Julia, which appears to have passed from what I can gather?
Well, yeah, it's been really smooth here, Pete, and there was a lot of fanfare just as that plane finally touched down here at the new Western Sydney International Airport. It's the first time a New South Wales RFS 737 Boeing aircraft has ever landed here. As you mentioned before, some light aircraft previously, but this time the first jet aircraft. So that's all been smooth this morning, and then later this afternoon, this then paving the way for those emergency drills, which will be testing all kinds of scenarios. The key is for it to be as realistic as possible. The agencies who are on the ground at the moment don't know what kind of scenarios will be carried out, but they are anticipating that might be injured passengers on board, perhaps a fire on board or some kind of issue with the aircraft. For now, though, a lot of fanfare here on the ground. We've got ambulance service, the RFS, also members of the police force and air services, which will be that primary agency that will be tasked with dealing with emergency scenarios. They've got the specialist kit to do so, and it looks like so far stage one of this test today has gone very smoothly.
Okay, well, that's the breaking news. From Western Sydney Airport, Julia Bradley, thank you so much. And from what we can gather right here from the studio and that live look,